Summer is basically done and we are fast approaching the halfway point of the year, and I have a big old basket of empties to talk about today. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, so if you enjoy this type of content, then don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below this video and subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a new video. I do these empties videos also pretty regularly, and I just gather up all of the products that I finished off and then give you guys mini reviews of each one and tell you what I thought of them and whether I think they warrant a repurchase. And I'm also going to mention if I feel like there are some similar products that I own, like product dupes. So I always tackle my empties videos category wise. So we start with hair care, then we go to skincare, makeup, body care and miscellaneous. I have timestamps on all of my videos, so if you would like to jump to a specific category only, feel free to do so. Every product that I talk about is going to be listed and linked in the description bar below this video. So if you'd like more information or you would like to purchase any product, you know where to go. I think this time I have a disproportionate amount of hair care. I don't have that much skincare, and then I have an above average amount of makeup. Let's get started. We're having a really strange day. Like 1 minute it's really sunny and hot, but since it's monsoon, occasionally this big ass rain cloud will come along from nowhere and just like block the sun, and it will become like so dark in the blink of an eye. If you guys see like the light changing or whatever, I can't really help it, but I really like filming with natural light. Now we're gonna start with the first category, which is hair. The first thing I have is this oil from Juicy Chemistry. It's the Sacha Inchi lemon and peppermint organic hair oil for dandruff and itchy scalp. Even though India has this culture of like oiling and stuff, which is really good, lot of the oils that we get on the market, the most common ones, like the maybe affordable ones, actually have like really crappy ingredients in them. So many decent brands are like 90% mineral oil or more than 90%. With fragrance added, and these are the brands that we grew up seeing, so we just trust them, you know, we just like buy them right away, but they're no good. If you apply one of those, you're probably doing more damage. You won't have any benefit. The reason I purchased this oil is because I was definitely suffering from an itchy scalp. My hair is also pretty healthy, but the scalp just like itchy and sensitized and angry in parts, and I didn't know what to do with it. I did get advice to cut out SLS shampoos, which actually makes sense. Some of my shampoos already don't have SLS, but some of them do. I was a bit scandalized to purchase this oil because it's just 30 ml and it is pretty expensive. There are sales running occasionally. I believe there's a sale running right now also. You know, I didn't know whether it's worth it, but this has all good stuff and no mineral oils, and it's kind of like potent. You can tell when you know, get it on your palm or anything. It's a thicker oil. It doesn't have any fragrances, but it does have a sort of herbal smell. It really made a difference to my scalp. I can honestly say that this is one of those things that was worth the price for me. And I actually bought another oil from another brand because I was like, let me try something else now once I finish this, and that oil is not doing it for me, you guys. Like, it's okay, but it's not as good as this one, so I'm gonna buy another one of this one. If you guys have dandruff or an itchy scalp and would like to try a herbal oil type concoction, then I would really recommend this. And my good experience with this has made me want to try more Juicy Chemistry stuff. And the next thing I have is a shampoo and also a hair mask. I'm just gonna talk about them sort of together because they're both from the same range. This is from Schwarzkopf, their BC Bonacure range, where they have like different colors for different hair concerns. And this like hot pink stuff is their color freeze range, which you're supposed to use when you have like freshly colored hair. It will keep your hair vibrant for longer and, you know, not let your hair color just fade away really fast. This is one of the first ranges that I bought when I was in college, and you know, I colored my hair and I wanted it to look better for longer, and it really does its job. However, the shampoo does have SLS, so I'm reconsidering whether I should use it in the future because of that. This is the old packaging. I think this is some of the older one that I was finishing off, but they've changed the packaging somewhat more recently. Overall, I actually like these. They're very nice. I think it's like a professional grade range, but it doesn't cost as much as many of the other brands' professional ranges. The thing with these like professional shampoos and hair masks are that you generally need to use less of the product than, you know, your normal drugstore stuff, so they do last longer. I found this with even like Sebastian Pro and all. You know, when you see the prices of the shampoo, you're like That's a little expensive, but they do last longer. They do also have like a spray after wash conditioner in this range, which is water based, and it's not bad, but I've not seen any like noticeable benefits from it, and I prefer cream based after wash products. And now for an after wash conditioner, I've finished quite a few of these over the years actually. This is from BBlunt. It's the Climate Control Anti-Frizz Leave-In Cream. So I used to use this when I was straightening my hair also, and it sort of worked. Now when I combine it with my gel, it actually works for my wavy hair also perfectly fine. One of the downsides of this product for sure is the fact that it has silicone in it, which is something that wavy and curly people should be avoiding. So I wish they formulated this with no silicone. It still works fine for me though, but I believe it would have even been better if there was no silicone in it. So now if I were to like purchase a new one, I would not get the anti-frizz cream. I would get the hot pink BBlunt one, which is made for like wavy and curly people. However, that one also has silicone in it, so I don't know why they're doing that. It still works well, but if there was no silicone, it would have even been better, you know. Next up, I have my Arata gel, which is something that, you know, I absolutely use the most of. This is one product that I buy basically like every month because this hair and these waves would not be possible without this gel. And this is the only gel I've tried, but I'm so happy with it. I think the pricing is decent. I think the ingredients are all excellent. There's nothing in there that I wouldn't want in there, and it's just basically flaxseed based, and it works really well. I love this one, and I keep buying this one all the time. I think it was around this time last year that I actually gave the whole curly girl routine a try for the first time. And I don't follow curly girl strictly because I don't cut out all of the ingredients that I'm supposed to cut out, like SLS from shampoos, silicone from styling products. I still use those things, but I do follow like the methods of styling my hair from that routine. So I've cherry-picked stuff that works for me, and honestly it was very life-changing. If any of you people have been suspecting that you have wavy hair or, you know, curly hair, like curly hair can't hide as much. If you have curly hair, you probably know. But if you have wavy hair like me, there's a good chance that you don't even know that it's wavy. But if you are suspecting it, you should probably buy one of these gels and try like scrunching and styling your hair and see how it works out. You might surprise yourself. If you're buying for the first time, they also have a smaller tube that might be good for trial purposes. I go through a lot of this, so of course I buy the full size tubes. Now for a little like addendum or addition to the hair category, I actually have hair color to talk about for the first time, I believe, in any empties, because in the span of like 1.5 months, I colored my hair 3 times, and that was not the best decision. It was a little destructive. But the first time I bleached my hair, I wanted to lighten it. Then the second time I colored my hair kind of red, not like a red, but like a red tint. And I did the bleach earlier because I wanted the red to pop in sections. However, the red was not bad, but it barely lasted a few weeks, and then I kind of did brown over it again. The first thing I used to bleach my hair, I actually threw out that box. I don't know why I didn't keep it, but I don't have it anymore. That was from the brand Streaks. It was one of their highlighting kits. I think it was the first time I was like bleaching at home. I've only bleached in the salon. I was not too worried because I was only bleaching sections, and the kit was pretty affordable. I like that you had everything inside, like the container and the little brush thingy to apply nicely. I was actually shocked at how quickly bleach can leave hair pigment or whatever, because I saw my hair lightening in front of my eyes. I liked that bleach kit. If you want to highlight little sections of your hair, it's fine. If you want to bleach a lot of your hair, then that was like a tiny amount, so don't buy that one. Then the next hair color that I used was this one that I think I purchased it when I went to Malaysia. So it was the last trip I took before all of this started, and then I realized like I better use it or it's going to expire. And I was so excited about this hair color. This is from a Japanese brand called Kaolis, and this is their fancy like bubble color. The hair color is Cassis Berry, which sounded so pretty because it's just like strawberry brown kind of. This is my second time, I believe, trying foam color. I don't think that whole category of foam color has reached India so much, but it's really big in other parts of Asia. If you go to Thailand, Malaysia, you'll get a lot of these brands selling foam color. It comes out as a foam, and then you just apply the foam for your hair. most of our colors in India are cream. Foam is a nice novelty. After that, it's just like behaves like normal hair color. You wash it out, and ultimately I was really disappointed with this color, and it hurts me to say that because I expected something fantastic. It was pretty drying. It also washed off way too quickly in too few washes, though I had taken all of the precautions that I usually do with hair color, like wash your hair less, wash with cooler water. I did everything, you know. I used color safe shampoo and hair mask. It didn't really last that well, so I would not recommend Lee's brand hair color. And my hair looked so weird after that faded because I had those little blondish patches, and I never intended to go blonde. I do not think blonde suits me at all. I hurriedly bought this other hair color to sort of cover things up. This one you will all be familiar with. It's the casting creme gloss hair color. This is a no ammonia hair color. So no ammonia means that it kind of becomes like temporary or semi-permanent hair color, meaning it fades in some number of washes, as opposed to some hair colors which are permanent. They have ammonia in them, so they're a little harsher but they don't fade as much. The shade that I used was called Ice Chocolate. It's this cool toned brown sort of shade. I think it was really pretty. The hair color experience was just fantastic. It was not as drying as after I used the Lee's one, and it gave me really good coverage. That's the color I have on right now also. I did this a few weeks ago and it's still going strong, even though I have washed my hair like a fair amount of times, you know. So in the future, I think I'll just use casting creme gloss. That I don't actually use hair color to cover grays. I have grays, I don't care about them, but when I use hair color, I prefer to kind of have slightly like funky shades. I used to like red and stuff like that. Basically like makeup, you know, if I put on makeup, I want it to be visible that I have makeup, and it's the same thing with hair color. I always complain that the brands available in India don't really have that many weird shades or anything. They have somewhat boring shades. Maybe now that I'm almost 30, I should start wearing more normal shades and less weird shades. I don't know. Now on to the second category, which is skin, and the first thing I have to share is clay mask from this Korean brand called Yunul. This is the clean and fresh clay mask. I believe this mask actually comes in a kit with like 4 different masks, but I got this as a sample when I purchased some stuff from Limes. All clay masks are kind of similar at some level, but the clay on this felt really fine and really nice, and it was actually green color, so that was a fun little novelty. It felt really gentle, but it still cleansed my pores. It was definitely not one of those harsh clay masks that sucks everything out. Those also leave your skin kind of dry, and this one was something that you could use more often. And I like masks that come in tubes like this. I think they're very user friendly. There might be one more use in here because I always cut these packets at the end. So now that I've shown you guys in empties, I'm gonna cut it and probably use it tonight or something. And the next thing is this face wash from Garnier, the Pure Active Real Neem face wash. I don't even remember when I bought this. I was just looking amongst my stash for a good summer face wash and I saw this one. This is really good for summer, you know, if you have skin that leans towards oily. It's nice and gentle, good enough texture, and it's got neem and tea tree, which are targeted towards people who have like acne and pimples and stuff. It did remind me quite a bit of the Himalaya neem face wash. I used the Himalaya neem face wash and face mask a lot when I was younger especially, and I recommended that to like so many people. It's actually really good, and this one was not bad, but you know, if you want to buy this, probably don't buy this and buy the Himalaya one instead. I'm gonna recommend that one. I think it's better. They're both really affordable and they work similarly, but I have a little bit more trust in Himalaya, you know. And then the last 3 products I have in this category are all moisturizers. First, a little sample from Claire's. This is their Midnight Blue Calming Cream, which is really fantastic. I've spoken about this on numerous occasions. This is just a sample, but you know, I've used the smaller jar also, and then I've used the double-sized tube, and I've finished up both of them. They worked really well, and they're very good if you have skin that's prone to breakouts or irritation, because the main thing it does is just calms the redness and like the inflammation in your skin. So I do recommend this, and when I had first used this product, I didn't see anything like it, so I was very enamored with it. But since then I've seen so many different cica based creams on the market. I don't find this as indispensable in my stash anymore because there are so many like it. Like the Laneige Cica sleeping mask also works great. This is not an empty, I'm just showing it to you guys. These are very good skin calming creams. Next up, from ⴑ Beauty, which is Colourpop's skincare lineup, I have their strawberry and papaya face milk, and I kind of used this during somewhat transitional weather when we were just moving from winter into summer. So it's like a cream, but it's a runnier cream, so milk is the perfect way to describe it, and I think it was great. I loved it. I lent it to my mom, even she loved it. I would recommend all of the face milks from ⴑ Beauty. I've also tried the matcha one, it's excellent. This one's also great, and you can just check out what's available because they have so many different variants, so see what would work best for your skin. If you are purchasing from Colourpop / ⴑ Beauty, yes, they do ship to India because I get that question a lot, and I even have a discount code if it's your first time shopping there, so check the description bar because you can save some money. And now on to what has been my recent favorite summer moisturizer. It's this really affordable one for Pond's, the super light gel moisturizer. This has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. I love the texture of it, and it did have kind of strong fragrance, but I really enjoyed the fragrance. Now, I try to avoid fragrance, especially in skincare products, because it's really not good if you have skin that's prone to sensitivity and it's an unnecessary ingredient. But it really added to the effect of using this one, and I love it. It never broke my skin out, and it was just really cooling, and it gave me the right amount of hydration. And recently, one of my friends who is not in Mumbai, she was talking to me about moisturizers and asking me for a recommendation, and then I sent her one of these. I directly bought it from Amazon and sent it, which is so easy, you guys, because it's a nice way you can send tiny little gifts to friends if you're thinking of them, and if you've not been able to see them, just order something to their house directly. She also really liked it because this stuff is fantastic, and people have been sleeping on how amazing this is. So I currently have other moisturizers to finish off, but after that I'm definitely going to keep purchasing this one for summertime especially. And now we're going to move on to the third category, which is makeup, and I've actually finished some makeup items recently which I've been using for a while. The first thing I have is a base product. It's from Lakme. It's their 9 to 5 Primer Plus Matte Perfect Cover Foundation, and I actually did a whole video review when this range released. I'm going to link it over there. It was my favorite foundation last year, and I enjoyed using it into this year as well. I think it works for all seasons, especially in summer. I love the finish that it gives. It dries down to a matte but not a flat matte. I don't like full coverage foundations, but this is a good heavy medium that evens out your skin tone really nicely, covers up most blemishes. It just has the nicest texture on, also never feels thick or cakey. There's also a fairly decent shade range for this, so some people might still be disappointed, but a lot of people will find matches, which is something amazing for Lakme, and I think they deserve some credit for bringing out a more inclusive range of foundations. This took quite a while to finish off. I didn't really love the packaging, but it was workable. Already bought a replacement for it because that's how much I love it. I found a perfect shade for me also, and it doesn't always happen. You usually get okay shade matches, but you don't often get perfect. Today I'm using this right now. I'm using this older foundation stick that I have from Lancome, but the minute that finishes I am back to my Lakme one, and I'm not going to be buying any other ones because I'm happy with this one. Second base product, this one's from Maybelline. It's their Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation on the Go, and they never released this in India. This is something that I had got from Maybelline USA, and Maybelline's range in America is just so much better than their range here. Their range here is pretty good, so imagine how much more fantastic stuff they have available in USA at really affordable prices. I never got the fuss with cushion foundation. I didn't like it. I don't think I used this one much. Shade number 45 medium beige was a reasonable shade match for me, not really perfect because I shade matched online, so it was a smidge light. And now I have a few different eyeliners. This first one from L'Oreal, this is their Super Liner Gel Matic Pen. I actually was obsessed with this liner a few years ago. It's really similar in texture to the Colourpop liners as well, the cream gel liners. The whole packaging and everything is so similar, and they're both like retractable pencil type of form. This particular one had the most beautiful metallic silver. One of the biggest downsides of it was how often this would break. It would break so easily. If you put like the slightest amount of extra pressure on it, it would break. And I would take so much of precaution to make sure that it doesn't break, but it would still happen way too often. That made it expensive and inefficient. The Colourpop ones are superior, so much more superior, and they're also pretty affordable as well. Another one from L'Oreal, this is their Matte Signature Liquid Liner, and this is the black one. I also had the brown one from this very same range, and I was obsessed with the brown one. I mentioned it so many times and I really liked it. It was one of the nicest brown eyeliner formulas I'd ever tried, and I do recommend the brown liner. But now we come to the black liner, and for whatever reason the black liner didn't really impress me that much. And it's weird because it's easier to get black liner right, you know, it's such a common thing that every brand has. This one, maybe I just got like a bad tube, like a bad bottle, whatever you want to call this. It skipped and peeled and it didn't look nice, so I do not recommend the black signature liner. But the brown signature, my god, the brown signature was so good, I won't stop talking about it. The final liner is something that I always use, that I always recommend, a trusty favorite that you'll find in most empties. This is my Maybelline Hyper Glossy Liner. I love this one. It's so affordable. If you buy it online, you can usually save even more money. And this is the one I'm wearing right now also. Like, not this same tube. This is a finished up tube. Where's the one I put on? Yeah, here's the one I put on today. I should not mix them up because that'll be irritating. This stuff is really fantastic, and it's also like really nice and hard wearing, but at the same time easy to remove. As you're going about your day, if you get sweaty, it's not just going to bleed or like disappear, but then when it comes time to actually remove your eyeliner, this comes off, and I love it, and I recommend it forever, and I recommend it to everybody. This will continue to be my holy grail. I have tried others that are equally good as this, but that cost 2 or 3 or even 4 times the price. For this price, this one cannot be beat. And the final product from the makeup category, this is not really an empties, but this is something that I should have decluttered, that I found it at the back of my cupboard, and it brought back some really nice memories. This is a blush from Bourjois, and I think this was one of my first blushes that I had bought, probably back in college or something. I think I reviewed it on my blog also. This is just the prettiest shade. It's called Rose Ambre, and just look at this color. It's so nice. I used to be obsessed with these dusty rose colors. I thought they were the only ones that suited me. I realized that almost all blush suits everybody as long as you're not going really bright or really cool toned. I really love this blush. I just didn't use it that much, and then it kind of just hardened on me. So it looks like it's barely used, but it just got completely like oxidized. And seeing it brought a lot of memories, but I have no use for junk, so I doubt Bourjois even makes this anymore. But I don't think Bourjois is as easily available. Back then you could get a lot more of this brand, and it was cheaper, and they're really hard to find now. Time to move on to the fourth category, which is body. The first thing I have is this body wash from Crabtree and Evelyn. I really miss Crabtree and Evelyn because this is a brand that used to be there in India and then they left, and now you can get them only if you go abroad. But they are like a nice smelling brand, but compared to like Bath and Body Works, which is another nice smelling brand, the Crabtree and Evelyn fragrances are milder, but they're more refined. This is their pomegranate, argan and grapeseed bath and shower gel. This one smells so nice, a little sweet, a little tart, like exactly like a pomegranate. So refreshing and just perfect for summer. It's a kind of body wash you associate with summertime. I love a little bit of tartness in summer, like Body Shop's strawberry body wash, also one of my favorites because it smells sweet and tart or sweet and sour, you know. The next thing I have is from this brand called H2O Plus, a giant tub of body scrub that I've had for a really long time. I bought this because the fragrance was sea lavender and that sounded absolutely amazing. I love sea or marine or aqua based fragrances, and then I really love lavender. It smells really nice. It smells like someone's just put essential oils in there in a really good way, you know. This actually had really nice ingredients, mainly salt based, and then it also had like soybean oil, wheat almond oil, canola oil. After using this scrub, when you wash it off, because there was so much oil in it, it would just leave your skin kind of nice and shiny and soft and moisturized. This was a ritual that I used to do about once a week, and this tub did last forever, so it was so worth it. It didn't degrade in any way, though I've had this in my bathroom for a good amount of time. Sometimes the salt, like the solid part, and the oils would just sort of split, which you could just mix it up again. I'm not sure if this is still available. If it is, I would repurchase it. Final body thing is just this generic disposable razor. I like shaving, especially for my hands and legs. I usually just shave, and I don't want to buy more disposable razors. I'd rather buy reusable ones, but I have a certain stash of disposable razors already, so I'm just working my way through them. As we've been in lockdown, like I've barely been shaving or anything, and there's a certain joy to just letting like all your body hair grow, and it just feels like really natural and soft and nice. But when we re-enter society, I'll probably be shaving a little bit more, and I'll probably go through more of these. Most of these disposable razors are a little bit disappointing. They just kind of go blunt really fast. It is quite wasteful. I do make sure that most of my empties, like which are plastic, are recycled, but then even if you send them for recycling, there's no guarantee that it'll actually get recycled, so it's definitely something to avoid purchasing in the future. And that's it. We're at the last category, you guys, which is miscellaneous, where I just throw stuff that I can't really fit in any other category, but I still really want to include in an empties video. The first thing that I have is these supplements. These are fish oil high strength supplements. I swear, ever since I started including fish oil supplements in my regular routine, I have seen a difference in the quality of my hair, in the quality of my nails. And fish oil supplements are actually supposed to have a lot of like holistic benefits on your mood and stuff like that, but it's really hard to pinpoint those benefits and say, okay, like my mood's been better because I've been having fish oil. High strength supplements are something that I'm going to continue keeping in my routine, and I try to have these every day. If I don't make it every day, I will make sure to have it every other day. This was pretty good, but I've now switched to this other brand called Swiss. Swiss supplements were a bit more expensive, but I bought like the giant dabba, which has like 200 pills in it. This one just had 60, and I'm really happy with that one. So if you would like to add fish oil into your routine, I would definitely recommend it. If you're vegetarian, you can't have it because it is fish oil. Apparently flaxseed supplements have very similar benefit. I've not done research on this, and this is not medical advice, so I'm just telling you guys what I know. This is shampoo, but this is not shampoo for humans. This is pet shampoo from Himalaya. It's the Arena Plus coat cleanser with conditioner. So I've always used the Arena EP shampoo, which my cats love, but this also works for dogs because you can see they're both cats and dogs on the outside, and it makes their fur so soft and so lovely, and it just keeps them really clean. So this is the first time I was trying the coat cleanser with conditioner. I didn't find like a phenomenal difference. The Arena EP shampoo has like this kind of brownie color. This one had a sort of transparent color, and it also did a really good job, and I keep buying this Arena shampoo for my pets. It's one of the best shampoos I've tried, and I wouldn't expect like Himalaya shampoo to stand neck and neck with imported brands that you can get, but really this is very, very good. So if you have cats or dogs and you bathe them, definitely check this one out. And the final product that I have for this empties video is this mood spray or space spray. This is by this brand called Mio, and this is imported. I believe I got this from Look Fantastic UK or something. This is their liquid yoga space spray, and I primarily use this as a pillow spray. So you could just spray a little bit of it on your pillow while going to bed, and I think it worked really well that way. My holy grail pillow spray is the lavender based one from ʟᴑ, and it smells so nice, but it's also pretty expensive. I don't repurchase that easily. I mean, I should, because it makes me so happy, but this one also was not bad. It had like an interesting set of ingredients. It wasn't lavender based and had a nice like fresh fragrance that I enjoyed. I still have an old ʟᴑ pillow mist also, with a little bit remaining. You guys will probably see that in the next empties. And then I bought a couple of pillow mists from Bath & Body Works to try out. I have not started using them yet. So that was it for today's empties video. If you have any experiences with any of these products, I'd love it if you could leave a comment and share it with all of us. If you have any products that you've tried and would like to recommend also, just feel free to jump in and leave a comment. You guys always offer like the best possible tips. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.